The version of you who needs the do-over is in the past. You've grown past her. And that's why you're wondering why you're creating the same manifestations over and over again. It's because the things you're doing that you think you need for your energy, you don't need that anymore. Welcome to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast hosted by me, Michaela J. Get ready to dive into an action-packed, bougie-based, and spiritually guided experience on all things manifesting your next level Lux life. Let's go. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome back to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast with your girl, it is I, the Michaela J, here to teach you how to manifest your next level Lux life. Happy Monday, quickie. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking about quitting waiting for the do-over, okay? This has been on my mind lately because I've talked about this in a previous episode that I was waiting on. There's all these changes that I'm like wanting to make in my life right now, in my business, and things that I'm wanting to shift, that I'm feeling called to change. And I kept saying, like, I need a think weekend, I need a think day, I need a think week. I need all this time to think, and plan. But really, that's its own self-sabotage. And we talked about that in a prior episode. Like, really, you don't need all this time and space to think. You need to start taking action and moving things forward, one foot in front of the other. And the vision and all of these ideas are going to become clear as you are moving and taking action. But one other bit of this that I wanted to touch on that I thought would be super valuable is that you're basically waiting for a do-over. Have you ever had a phase where you're like, fuck, if I could just have 2 weeks off and I could sage my entire house, I could Palo Santo the house, I could create a new wardrobe, take all of my shit to Goodwill. Like, if I could just start over, if I could just have 10 hours to sit down and watch this training and implement all the home, like if I could just do all of these things, if I had one like full moon ritual, my whole life would be different. Or if I had 2 weeks off, right? We're waiting for that reset, that do-over. That's actually self-sabotage. Like, that's actually creating more resistance in your life. And I want to talk to you about the mindset shift I want you to make in a tool, or more like a reframe, so you don't have to wait on this. Because here's the deal, like, your next level self for your next level Lux life you're creating, she doesn't need a do-over. She doesn't need to start over. She doesn't need like a weekend to like pull back. It's pretty much like putting your foot on the brakes. And the reason why you feel like you need that is because you're like, fuck, I need to change my energy. Like, something's not clicking. Like, maybe if I take this time this weekend to reset, then the manifestations are going to start moving forward and I'm going to have the right energy. It's all coming from the right intention to make sure you are in the right energy taking action, obviously. But your next level self, like, she doesn't need those breaks. Like, her life is just this ever unfolding like manifestation story. She doesn't need to be like, oh, if I just had 2 weeks, like, get my shit together. Like, she has her shit together. Do you get that? And that's what I realized when I was thinking like, oh, I need this think day, I need this think weekend. And really originally I was like, I need to like go to Miami for 2 days. I need to just like be in South Beach, do long walks of contemplation and journal on the beach and make all of these plans and stuff. And I realized that I didn't have time for that in my schedule because of all of my upcoming travels. And I was like, oh man, well, like, how am I going to get through this? Like, I needed like a time and a place to reset. Self-sabotage. You don't need a reset. You need a new identity. Because when you are feeling these feelings of wanting a reset, wanting to take a break, like push, like you put your foot on the gas or the brakes, and throw your hands up in the air and just be like, I need a minute. Tate McRae, I need a minute. By the way, Tate McRae is like my obsession right now. Like, I love her. I want her hair, her stage presence, dancing girly, like queen, truly.
Today at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop Deal Double G.
Snoop, where can people go to find great deals?
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
That's quite a deal, Snoop. And when you switch to T-Mobile, you can save versus the other big guys' comparable plans plus streaming.
Respect. When we up out of here.
See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later.
This episode is brought to you by 20th Century Studios' The Amateur. When his wife is murdered, Charlie Heller, the CIA's most brilliant computer analyst, must trek across the globe and use his only weapon, his intelligence, to hunt down her killers and enact revenge. Starring Academy Award winner Rami Malek and Academy Award nominee Lawrence Fishburne. The Amateur. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters April 11th.
But anyways, this is actually a form of self-sabotage because that's what the old version of you does, right? She goes through the trenches and then she's like, fuck, I need a break. Like I need 2 weeks off. I need to chill out. I need a full ritual day. And that's what you've been doing. And it works for you because it refills your cup. You feel energized again. You feel clear. You feel reset. And then you can keep moving forward, taking action and working towards your manifestations, right? But the difference is that's what's gotten you here. That's not what's going to get you to your next level because your next level self isn't doing that. At one point, this was the pattern of your next level self. When I got into spirituality and personal development, that's exactly what my mindset was. Like the version of me then who had just gotten into it, she didn't have the self-care rituals. She didn't have like a spiritual reset in her schedule. That wasn't like a regular thing that I was doing. So that was totally a next level self thing. It was like, oh, a reset weekend. That way I can like shake off school and I can shake off my personal life bullshit and any family bullshit. I get to shake it all off and then I get to reset and go back and tackle my goals with new energy, right? And then I actually would see results from that, which is why we continue that pattern. However, I want to challenge you to think about this. Your next level self doesn't need that reset. Her entire life's a fucking masterpiece. Like that's truly how I feel. And if you're feeling like you need this reset, kind of like I was, it made me take a good hard look at my life. And I'm like, what do I need resetting from? What do I need to pull back from? And why is that? And so from there, I see what adjustments I need to take in my day-to-day life. Like, okay, well, if I feel that way and I want to pull back and have like a really relaxed, like fun, vibey weekend, well, like, why am I not creating that on a regular week? And so then I started scheduling things in where I'm going and I'm doing more fun things and I'm going to events and I'm seeing my friends more and I'm like plugging that stuff in. And then I'm plugging in the self-care things that fill up my cup that I obviously wasn't putting in every single week. And that's why I was craving that. Your next level self, like she's getting a weekly massage or maybe like a monthly facial. She sees her friends like once a week. She does something new once a week. She's exploring her city like a tourist once a week. Like she's doing things that are always like recharging her and resetting her energy and making sure she's in the right energy. So why the fuck would she need to pull back for 2 weeks on an island doing nothing or a whole weekend to just sit around and think? Like she doesn't want that. That's like even the weekend concept, right? That's 2 whole days that she could have been out there taking action, making memories, having fun, getting a massage, having a spa day with a different intention versus like, oh man, I need this break. I need this reset. I need this do-over. The version of you who needs the do-over is in the past. You've grown past her. And that's why you're wondering why you're creating the same manifestations over and over again is because the things you're doing that you think you need for your energy, you don't need that anymore. And a lot of times we really feel this way when the manifestations aren't flowing in super effortlessly, when we feel like we are doing all of the things, but we're not quite receiving the results that we want yet. When we feel like, okay, I don't even know what inspired action to take now, and we don't feel necessarily inspired. It's like, okay, well, obviously I need an energy reset. Or if you've been really reactive, right? Maybe you're reacting off your triggers. Maybe there's a lot going on in your life that you're just like on it, like on the fence all the time or fight and flight. And you're like, right? And you're not making clear decisions. You're hesitating more. So you think you need this reset. You're like, I need to do over my energy. I need to do over the vibe. And then my manifestations are going to flow through. And again, you probably have all the evidence that works because that's how it was for me in the past, but that's not the way our next level self does it. So I want to shift your mindset here and give you this perspective change of that you don't need a do-over. You don't need a whole weekend to pump the brakes and take a step back. Like I literally think about like leaning back, like leaning out, but I don't want to lean out. I also don't want to create a life that I'm leaning out from. That's not what I'm manifesting. Like my next level lifestyle, like my Pinterest board, vision board, I don't want to lean out of that. Like I want more of that. So when we're creating that lifestyle, we have to treat our current life just like that one. That's what makes us aligned for the results that we want. If you're constantly leaning out and needing a break, you're going to create a lifestyle that you need to lean out of and take a break, which is why we've got this pattern. So the shift that I want you to make is that you don't need to lean out. You don't need a weekend reset. You don't need all of that. And the reason why is because we need to look at why you even feel that way and what changes do you need to implement immediately to change that. For me, it was like, oh, okay, well, I felt like I needed time and space to just like be and chill. And I realized it's because I was planning so many things back to back to back off of my travels. And I'm like, okay, I need a buffer day. I need this. I need that. I need to change these things in my schedule. And then on a weekly basis, I was like, I want to be having more fun. I want to be going to like the sound baths and the yoga classes that I have on my Pinterest board. I want to go do contrast therapy. And like during spring, like everybody says, like Austin is defrosting. Everybody, like their city is just so lively. Like there's events to go to, there's live music, there's activities outside. Like people are going boating now. The weather is nice. I'm like, yeah, I want to be a part of that. Let me plan it into my week. So one, you don't need a reset and to lean back, but take a look at why you even feel that way. And the shift here is you just need to upgrade your identity. You need to upgrade the identity. It's not, oh, fuck, I need to reset my energy. It's like, no, I need to step into a different energy right now in this moment. You don't need a weekend to do that. You need a decision right now. And that really helped me. It was like, I don't need to take a break. I don't need to pause. I don't need to do any of that because I don't want to. That just continues to create a life that I need to take a break from and a pause from. And that's not what I'm manifesting. And what I need to step into is not burning myself out and exhausting myself, feeling like I need an energy reset. It's what's my next level identity and how is she handling this? She's making changes to her week. She's adding in fun. She's adding in more rest. She's doing more self-care. She's shifting her identity of like, I am the woman on the other side of these changes. I am the woman who's creating effortless manifestations all the time. Like, why would I want to take a break? Why would I want to take a break from my life and be secluded and separate myself and stop working towards my goals? Like, especially when you're like me and you crave taking action, like you crave working towards a better life for yourself. And I know you want that. You don't want to take a break from that. You just need to up-level your identity of, well, my next level self, she doesn't take a break. Why is that? Why is that? And when I say she doesn't take a break, I don't mean she doesn't take vacation. This is not about work. This is about your life. She doesn't want to seclude herself and separate herself from her life, her friends, her family, her quality time with herself. It's built in. It's built in all of the time. So when you shift that identity, your schedule, your week is going to start to change, and how you navigate change. And when you're craving like, okay, there's an evolution of this coming along, I can feel myself shifting. She knows exactly what to do. She's like, great, boom, 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 boom. These are my first steps. The rest will become clear as we move forward. And now that I took my step for the day, great. Like, let's go get a massage. Great. Let's go play tennis. Great. Let's go boating. Cool. Let's go on an extra long walk. Like, it's no sweat to her. Versus now you're just like chugging along and it feels heavy and you're like, fuck, I need a break. It's because of all the mental drama that we're putting ourselves through, when it doesn't have to be that. You get to upgrade your identity by deciding, I'm now my next level self, and my next level self has a life she doesn't want to break from. Cool. Let me take my next action step. Everything's going to become clear, and I trust that it's all going to become clear. And what do I feel like doing with my fucking life? And continuing to move through that. The main shift here is that your next level self, she doesn't need a big reset. She doesn't need this like whole ritual day just to like shift her energy so then she can move forward. She might do that because she wants to and it's fun, but she doesn't do it with the intention of like, I need to reset, my energy's off, I need to clear everything. Like she's not playing that game. Her energy is always on point. She's always in alignment. She's continuing to make her moves. She's not going to wait, reset, and then move forward, because everything's always a vibe. Everything is always an automatic vibe for her. Okay. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast and been in the MJ world for quite a while, like, you know, the basics of manifestation, like, you know, manifesting is just bringing your goals into life, right? But we're going to do it in an easier and faster way by adding in the mindset, becoming that energetic match. You know the basics, and it's these identity shifts and these little tweaks in your schedule and how you're living your life and who you are being that's going to make manifesting instant, faster, your default setting. And one way that I want to support you with that is our brand new rebrand of the MMM method. If you've been a listener, I'm sure you've heard me talk about the MMM method for so long. It is my signature manifestation program. and how you can create your luxury lifestyle with ease and flow. She is getting a facelift. She is getting a makeover. She's getting a full new rebrand. It is called the manifestation effect, where mindset and aligned action create instant results. Inside the new and improved Emma method, aka the manifestation effect, I'm so excited about this. You are getting my foolproof manifestation system to make these upgrades your default setting. A system that you can use and repeat for your manifestations at every single up level, okay? Because you don't need a full reset every single time your energy is off. You need a system to plug into that says, hey, this is why my energy is off. Plug, play, boom, this is what I do next. And then you're an instant match for your manifestations. And the exact reason why we are upgrading the manifestation effect is because I don't want to give you more random rituals to plug into your month, more things for you to check off each week. I want to give you a system that is repeatable, that works for your manifestations every single time at every new level, and makes receiving your default setting, so that you can be living a life where you go and have a tennis lesson, and then you go get a massage at the spa, and then you come home and you do a little work, and it's no sweat. You're navigating things, you're navigating up-leveling challenges, but it's no sweat, because you start to receive manifestations based off of who you are and your upgraded identity. If you are interested in the manifestation effect, it is going to be so iconic. I cannot wait for you guys to see this system. The link is going to be in the show notes for you to check out the new program and join us inside when we have our exclusive launch rate as we're rolling out the new version of Emma Method. If you have any questions about the program, or if it's a good fit for you, just shoot me a message over on Instagram. I'm at the Michaela J, and we can make sure that it's the perfect fit for you. I'm so excited about this. I'm so proud of this. It's like, I wanted to create a system, not just information about manifesting and information about your mindset, but a system that you get to work and find your blind spots, and a system you get to work every time you want to up level, and a system you get to work when you're running into challenges, how to navigate that and make it super easy for you to plug and play, so that you never need another manifestation program, right? So you have your system in place. You don't need random rituals. You don't need a full reset weekend. You know exactly what you need to do to get to your next level over and over and over again. So the link for that is going to be in the show notes. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see you inside of the manifestation effect. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to leave a 5-star rate and review. I love hearing your takeaways and wins from the podcast in the review section, so don't forget. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.